Remove the Torx bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
The steps needed to access the other side are the same as this side. Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the Torx bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Now that we have those bolts off, we want to just peel back this liner. You mainly just want to kind of peel it back right here where the bumper connects. It's not really going to come back like super far because it kind of gets tucked in there a little bit. But then we're going to look, and there's a bolt facing kind of vertical here.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the Torx bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Pull away the wheel well lining for access.
Remove the Torx bolt by turning it counterclockwise.
So underneath the car, what we're going to look for, if we just kind of follow this all the way from corner to corner in the front, we basically have these T25s that we want to take out here.
We recommend wearing gloves when changing your lights. The oils on your fingers can create hot spots and cause the bulb to burn out prematurely.
So now that we have all the bolts off here, we're going to come to one side or the other, doesn't matter which. We're going to look where the bumper connects, and then we're just going to grab, wiggle, and pull. Okay, you can see that basically disengaged there. We're going to go do the same thing on the opposite side. Now that we have the sides kind of disengaged, we're going to take the bumper off. I did kind of put a rug down here so we have somewhere to set this without worrying about scratching it. But essentially we're going to come to the top. We're going to kind of just pull back here. And if you kind of start on one side and kind of come, we can kind of pull back. That's kind of loose there. We'll kind of come and do the same thing on this side. And then this will kind of come back now. Don't pull on this too hard. There is a connector, wired connector right here that you're going to have to push the tab and just remove this connector. Once that connector is off, you should be good to go here. Now, if you do have fog lights on this car, you may or may not need to disconnect the fog lights. This car is not equipped with them, so there's nothing connected. So that's completely off and out of the way now. So now we're going to bring the bumper back up into position. I'm just going to kind of get it up in here. We're going to kind of slide it in here first, get the underneath part in. And then before I bring it up all the way, we're going to come down here and just reconnect this connector that's in the front here for this sensor. Now, there is a section kind of in the front that this kind of goes into. But basically, if we just kind of line up this top part here, that should kind of get everything lined up here. And we'll just kind of get this into place. You may want to come underneath and just check to make sure that's going up right. But if we kind of get this up into position here, now there are some tabs. They're right about like here. So I would kind of come to the front and just kind of push on this a little bit to make sure that that's kind of going in the way it should be. Now we're just going to come one side or the other. It doesn't really matter which first, and we're just going to kind of line this back up. Just line it up, and then once you kind of get it lined up, just kind of come and tap gently, and it'll kind of push back in there. We're going to go do the same thing on the opposite side.
Replace the Torx bolt by turning it clockwise.
Now, if the wheel well liner if you have it kind of out like we have it here, There's kind of this little opening that actually needs to kind of get tucked behind this little vent. So you may have to kind of pull out on the bumper a little bit here to kind of get this to kind of go back there.
Replace the Torx bolts by turning them clockwise.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Replace the Torx bolt by turning it clockwise. Replace the wheel well lining. Tuck the lining behind the lip of the bumper. Replace the Torx bolts by turning them clockwise. Replace the Torx bolts by turning them clockwise. Replace the Torx bolts by turning them clockwise.
Make sure the assembly is tight and secure.